The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. So we're up and running. Shevchenko demonstrating again that he is the real constant in this side, indeed in this game, completing 400 appearances here today.
Well, this couldn't have happened to a better player, Peter. I say big congratulations to him, someone who's told me on many occasions that his greatest motivation to keep playing is the love of the game. That's what it's all about.
And this is Gerrard, and he shoots! It's in!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Bebeto. That looks a good ball through. Now, takes a shot! And it's in! 2, and we've barely begun here. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Barcelona are in serious threat of getting left behind. 2 goals down already. De Ligt. It's not an especially good pass, that. Makaleli. Edmilson. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, quality. Oh, they could be caught out here. Guardiol. Real chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Neymar plays it short. Has a look and plays it forward. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Melbourne City are looking to go forward now. Knocks it into space. Chance! And no mistake. Right back in the game. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Just 1 in it now.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Bebeto was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Messi, is there any support? He might not need it. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. He's shifting through the gears here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in them.
Could be danger here. Oh, can he get onto this? And it's Messi. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Little pass back. He's on it. Can he get away? Damian. Tomori. Makaleli. Now that looks a decent ball. He's got away. Messi. Plenty to aim at. And the shot! And that has fair fizzed.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Guardiola. Nicely weighted ball. Looking for the run. Great ball if he can... Shevchenko! Oh, that is outstanding! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And there he is, the epitome of enduring excellence. The purest possible contact, what a fabulous strike.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing. This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Bebeto. Makaleli plays the game a step ahead of all... Shapes to shoot! It's there! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Melbourne City leading now.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Shevchenko unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Bebeto. Now it's Guardiola. Lovely feet. Makaleli couldn't squeeze it through. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Barcelona can read...
Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Messi shoulders the responsibility. That is some save from Khan! Messi. Gerrard. Now it's Bebeto. Drogba. Now it's Gerrard. Gives it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Spread it left. Serginho. Oh, what a mistake! Messi. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Bebeto. Neymar. Foot in. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And he's there to get it away. Melbourne City appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the...
It's Drogba! And that's a sharp finish. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
No. He's had a shot! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Melbourne City, palpably stronger, better, superior.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see...
And the finish! And again! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Barcelona have their second corner now.
Será sustituido por el dorsal 13. Ribery. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Drogba deals with that comfortably. Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Oh, well played, well played. Duke. Bebeto is fouled. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Tries to play it through. Messi! No, not quite. Guardiola looking to pass their way up the pitch, and he welcomes it in. Oh, nicely intercepted. Makalele. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Kubo. Now it's Bebeto. Floated through. Oh, chance for a shot! Damian goes long. Into the last quarter of an hour. Vardiol. Can he get it through? And he's worked it through. Oh, important interception. Now that's well seen too. And it's Ribery. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? No foul, says the referee. Now it's Drogba. Edmilson. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Ribery. Now it's Bebeto. Makalele does really well there, he is strong. Yamal. Great vision. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Edmilson. Ribery. And it's Damian. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Yamal. Guardiola. Passing is crisp and sharp. Vardiol. Searching pass he's played there. Juve looking to receive it in space.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 15, el dorsal 23, el dorsal
Paredes.
8, el dorsal 24.
There will be 4 extra minutes.
Serán
He's gone for goal.
El dorsal 3.
And no one is overly concerned about that.
El dorsal 22, el dorsal 18.
Van Dijk with the slide tackle there. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Barcelona cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, look, it was very one-sided. Their players didn't turn up for the first half, and then it all went downhill.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Oh, good-looking ball. Christian Abbiati in goal today. Just another example of a great Italian stopper. My goodness me, they've produced a few.
They have, and like some of the current crop, he's someone who's starred at the top level since his teens, Peter. Also proved himself to be a symbol of longevity and consistency.
And he's managed to gift it back. Now it's Neymar. He has found the way through. Modric. Neither side especially adventurous early on. And he's intervened well there. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Kudus. It's a really well-measured ball. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Well read, and the danger is averted. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Takes a shot! Tomori can clear it away. Oh, he's having a go! It's bounced back off the post. And he can thump it away. Darmian clears without hesitation. And they're back on the ball again. Pacho. Vardiol. Neymar. Now it's Messi. And it's Edmilson.
Paris Saint-Germain have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
And it's Kudus. Kudus will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And a chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Kudus really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Neymar goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Played into space. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Can he finish? Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Barcelona have their second corner now. João Neves can get it clear. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. João Neves. Great vision. Oh, super find. Shevchenko! Oh, it's fallen loose again. That's another chance. Makaleli. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. And Guardiol. Shevchenko. Oh, that is chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And now they can spring out of defence. But that has not gone well. And that has left him in a heap. The referee's awarded a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Modric. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Shevchenko was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And the referee has blown for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So very little to report. Nothing, indeed, in terms of goals scored.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So right back into the action.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Now it's Messi. Spread to the right. Nicely aimed pass. And this is Shevchenko. Pinches it off him. And he was quick to react. Makaleli. Now it's Messi. Well, that pass isn't the best. Edmilson. Damian. Oh, good spread. Well, that is one way to stop him. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Can he get on the end of this? Back where it came from. He's trying to hit the front line here. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Modric. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Now it's Shevchenko. Threads one in. That has been cut short. This is a promising build-up. Looking for options for movement. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Tries to play it through. Modric. Now it's Lopez. Pass somewhat off target. And back to the keeper. Darmian. And it's Messi. That is very well defended. And here's Messi. Thinks one through. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
So we have movement on both benches.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Vardiol. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. Now it's Messi. Ronaldinho can so cleverly bypass the press. Now it's Neves.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Knocks it out wide. Space for him to turn and look. Serginho's cross. And he's managed to get rid. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Molina has to go back here. Ronaldinho, and he's got away from it. It's Ronaldinho!
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain.
Corner number 2 then.
Le numéro 14, Modric. À leur place, le numéro 13, le numéro 5. Attention, changement.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
He's found a way through.
Barcelona are stuck in Central Station, and they might find a fast track out wide if they'd care to look.
Ronaldinho, and this is Inzaghi. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Aimed beyond the defence. The pass has gone astray. Into the last 5 minutes. And he's been shifted off it.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Inzaghi. That looks a good ball through. And this is Oh, shooting chance! He lifts the roof! Has he won it? He just might have won it! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Paris Saint-Germain now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserved this, but has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that is as far as it goes. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Barcelona just looked like a rabbit in the headlights, Peter. When put under any pressure, they ran scared and kept running.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. So it's down to business here. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Vardiol. De Ligt. Edmilson. Tomori. Pass somewhat off target. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that is expertly dealt with. And he shoots! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Can he get it through? And he's quick to return it. Shevchenko! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Shevchenko clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Now, can they get him away?
Well, at least they acknowledged the effort.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Looking for the run.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
And the shot! And he hits the net! It had to come! It just had to come! He had to have his say! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Tries a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they're threatening to fly away here. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team.
Lewandowski, he's through on goal. Can he finish? Goal! That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Barcelona may be down, but not out just yet. Challenge, that's an untidy challenge, free kick given. And he is going into that little black book.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Spectacular save! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. Rodri gets it away. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Edmilson really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Gerrard. Rodri. He has found the way through. Cafu. Can he finish?
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Oh, there's a probing ball. And he was quick to react. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Played out wide. Cafu. He's having a shot! And no mistake. Just one goal in it now. Game on!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
All of a sudden we have a game here.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Cafu. Makaleli. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Vardiol chooses to go cross-field. Gabriel. Passing is crisp and sharp. Plays it across. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Messi out towards the flank. And this is Messi. De Ligt gets it clear. And here's Messi. Oh, that's nice. Ekitike. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Messi is always looking to break lines. Serginho. Well, that is one way to stop him. And the referee says that is that for the first half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Barcelona up by the odd goal in a 5-goal thriller. The score at the interval, 3-2. So off we go again. Rodri. He's in plenty of space here. Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Nicely spread. Neymar in acres of space out wide. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
He's in a great position here. He is through here. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. That's where it came from. Cafu.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's a good ball out wide. Rodri. Cafu has the space to skip. Impressive jump! And yes, it's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Clinical, just clinical. And Shevchenko! Goal! Barcelona! And they're back in front. Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Barcelona have their lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Gabriel and De Ligt. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
It's played through for him. Shevchenko! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Gerrard. Turns back here, probably the best option. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Gerrard. Rodri. And they are prompt with their pressing. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 20 será sustituido por el dorsal 22.
So we have movement on both benches. And it's Van Dijk. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Barcelona will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. And that has been slung wide. Yilmaz with the cross.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Nicely shaped ball. That's really well manoeuvred.
Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Thinks about the shot. Great chance! And that's a tidy finish. It's level again. What a match we have.
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
It's turning into... And Park Ji-sung! Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete. You don't keep those out. He knew, he just knew.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And that is a little undercooked. De Ligt.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Alexander-Arnold. 5 minutes to add. He's looking wide. And the pass is intercepted. Nice bit of trickery. Lewandowski. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Kukçu.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 23 será reemplazado por el dorsal 3.
And he's managed to gift it back. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. And that will be the final act. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, in all honesty, Peter, this would have been seen as a very winnable game, but it turned into a typical case of how not to maximise your home advantage. And I think when you look back on it, Peter, the crowd played its part, there's no doubt about that. They got a bit down on their team, you know, early in the game, and it just went downhill from there.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. There's the whistle, and here we go. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Serge Gnabry's early career was a real struggle, but has seen a spectacular revival where he's transformed himself into one of Europe's most sought-after wide players now. And I think it's a real story of how hard work truly pays off.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Kirkchu. Makaleli.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Kirkchu. A probing pass. Deftly away. Can he get it through? Looking for the run. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Cafu. It's a good run down the right. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Messi receives it in a wide... And a chance! And he's gone looking for safety. Xavi Alonso. And the pass is intercepted. It's gone out for a throw-in. Tomori. Nicely spread. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Punched away. He's going for goal! Now, how often do you see that?
Xabi Alonso clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Damian. Shevchenko is onto it in a flash. Pass is just off target. And that should get the job done. Nicely weighted. And Messi! Messi! Genius! A finish of true class! Barcelona are in front! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Barcelona have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Looking to play him in. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Kirkchu is the team's great visionary. Makaleli, good purposeful running this. He's in plenty of space here, and he's Shevchenko! That is decidedly lacking.
Barcelona really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Cafu. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. It's a pretty loose pass. Kirkchu. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. In with the challenge. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Darmian.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Edmilson. And Shevchenko! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Norway with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Shevchenko going forward. He's a sharp little ball here. He'll try from distance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Now it's Kukçu. Oh, it's come loose. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. This is their second corner of the game. Drogba! He's got a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
That is good alertness. Nicely shaped ball. Now that's well seen too. Messi. Now it's Shevchenko. Tries to pass it through.
That's going in strongly.
It's a nicely shaped ball. He's found some space. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. And for the first half, that is that. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So there was the first half.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So once again, we're underway. Cafu. A lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's a key interception. Played into space. Edmilson. Norway couldn't do a whole lot with it there. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Thuram has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm he is therefore off. Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And he... Great chance! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Yeah, I think he's a little annoyed with himself there, Peter, because he did pretty much everything right up to the end.
Damian. Messi. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now that looks a decent ball. Oh no, this does not... He's had a shot! There it is!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team.
Tries a shot! And that's a tidy finish. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite...
Has another go! Now it's Shevchenko. What's going wide left? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Kudus! Just cruising! They are cruising! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Begden alongside me and to wish you all a very good... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, given offside once more. Vardiol. And it's Kudus. And that's been won straight back. That has ended up in no man's land. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Vardiol tries to play it through. Oh, that's fabulous. Great vision. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Shevchenko clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Searching pass he's played there. Nicked it back promptly.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Kajolu is looking to influence the game from out wide. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. Pass somewhat off target. That's very neat. He's had a shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Barcelona have fired themselves in front.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Couch crosses.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome. Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque. That's a terrific interception. He's had a stellar game.
Looking for options for movement. And this is Messi. Oh, good effort! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Shevchenko actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, that's a key interception. Edmilson. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Kajolu. No, that's been intercepted. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. Barcelona truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Van der Ven going forward. Hazard. That's an imaginative pass. Serginho. This is a promising build-up. Threads one in. Mbappe providing an outlet on that flank. And it's Makalele. It's out for a goal kick. Darmian. Now it's Messi. Makalele has given away a free kick. Edmilson. Oh, what a mistake! Over to the right flank. Count in acres of space out wide. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. That's the end of the first 45. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Barcelona come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So we're underway for the second half.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Kudus. Mbappe picks it up out wide. Makalele. And it's Makalele. Oh, good spread. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And he cuts out the supply. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Makalele. Well timed, excellent interception.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Edmilson. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least.
Decent chance! And he's stuck it away! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And he's done it again, he's got his second.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 5. Xavi Alonso.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And he's quick to return it. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Darmian promptly onto that, and that is that. Looking for the run. Spread neatly. Couts. He has found the way through. Hangs one in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Darmian. That could spell trouble. He's found a way through. Raul plays it in. Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. A horrible blip. A moment they could well have done without.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 6. El dorsal 37.
Barcelona making further changes here and in quick succession. Barcelona find a position of real strength now.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Nice looking ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Serginho. Raul. Gerrard. Now, can they get him away? No, not quite on the same wavelength. Darmian. De Ligt. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Chance! And that is a truly outstanding save.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. Now it's Lee Kang-in, and that is headed for the middle.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Barcelona have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. He's having a hit! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Darmian. Vardiol. Some resolute defending there. Oh, he's found support out wide. Yamal proves just a little bit too strong. Barcelona have their second corner now. They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it, even if it's just a goal. The lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
And that's an errant pass. And it's been hooked away. It's not an especially good pass, that. Muscular approach does pay off here. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. It'll be a throw-in.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
He's had it taken off him. Yamal. And no, he's seen through all of that.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Oh, a delicate chip through. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Paredes. Great defending, strong and determined. And he's intervened well there. Makaleli. And that will be the final act. Barcelona suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to...